Well, like Alreeton, howdy doody deedly diddly do. Here is the bravestarr figures review. Right, I'll start off at the front here with the Prairie People action figures, which have kind of featured a little bit in the review with the vehicles. A couple of things to point out. They are pretty much just the same figure with different heads. They do obviously have certain like limited articulation with them being just a they're not unsimilar to like a level of a supernatural ghost. So I'll move that out of the way. As a bloody hat, do you know what I mean? Right, I'm going to have to invest in some blue tack on that bugger. Right, now we enter the larger male, not that they were female, but we enter the larger men characters. Again, these are sort of pretty much the same sort of body, obviously different hand and feet types. But what's good about these, and I'll start with bravestarr here, is that the fact that because they have the body armour and the little bits on them and the way the paint's applicated, it's not like, you know, they kind of do stand alone in their own right. I'll just quickly point out some of the stuff on him here, which the first thing obviously is his, I believe it's called a neuron or neutron laser, which obviously that goes on his leg there, clips on, has his chest armour and his hat, which also is removable, which if you watch the other reviews I'm sure you'll have seen that coming flying off in many different array of directions. On the back of his bulletproof vest thing, you have his rifle, which clips on the back, shoots himself in the back of it. Right, so that clips on the back as well. So he's, you know, kind of, it's nice when figures come where they can kind of just carry all the stuff and things with them. It keeps them nice and tidy. These just pop off there and go right in the hand. Now obviously bravestarr, the whole thing was the Wild West thing, so you've got the button on the back there, which when you press it, I'll just move it arm a little bit. When you press it, it does the shooty action, which obviously takes X, quickly do him. Again, sort of has his body armour here. He did originally have two knives. I only have one, that's removable, which you can also, you know, kind of give him a knife there, which you can have a nice knife fight with. I'll get you, I'll get you, I'll get you. Put that away again, his gun just pops off there. And he too has the shooting power. Tex-X, like bravestarr, also has his rifle, which clips onto his back too. Just show that off, and removable yet. Show off his silver hair. You silver fox, you! How dare you! Right, so that's them two. They did do a backpack feature. I don't know if that's the right word. Which I do have over here. And this was kind of like Laser Quest of the 80s, which had the button on the back, which pushes the button on the figure, and when you were playing with them and were shooting at each other, if they struck the sensors, this pack would make a noise, and you'd know you'd shot them and things. So, you know, and obviously it's a little bit laboured. It kind of looks like something off Ghostbusters, you know, kind of. But I guess at the time it was kind of that was modern technology at its finest. There, I would possibly like to do a review showing these off working. They do work, but obviously I don't have batteries in them, which would mean digging this box back out. But if I get enough requests, I will dig them back out and I will review this. I also have the bravestarr gun, which kind of works with them as well. I'll show all that off. If people are really interested, then I'll do it. But just for you. Oh, oh. Right, so just briefly touching on them. Last man standing here, we've got, I can't remember what his name was, but this was my favourite as a kid. Like, when I first got him I thought he was rubbish, but he grew on us. He did have a brown hat and a brown sort of plasticky cape thing. But for me, the best part about him was the fact that he had a hook for a hand, which, you know, it's quite, when you're young, you know, somebody with a hook for a hand, that's just cool, you know. But when he pressed his button, his arm came up, which mine doesn't do, but it activated his gun popping out, which, you know, for your hand to turn from a hook to a gun, that's just pretty much, that's as good as it gets. He's one of the more rarer ones to get, hence why he's kind of got the least accessories with him and things, but I would love to get him complete. That is something I would like to do before I die. Right, next up is the two big bulky figures, which you've got Sandstorm, who's the bad guy. He has his weapon, which goes on the back. His action feature is you pull this out, fill him with water, put that back on and press his button, and inside his mouth there's a hole. Press that and that will squirt water. He also, his weapon, you put that in his hand, which obviously you can just use as a regular kind of gun, but also if you position it correctly, try not to do himself an injury here. There we go. So that goes in his mouth, and obviously when you did that, the water would come out of the gun as well. So that's a Sandstorm. He's a brute. These are slightly shorter than these figures, but not much. And finally, we have Handlebar. Handlebar works in the pub on Mos Eisley, or wherever it's called. And he came with a couple of trays to serve drinks on. He didn't come with any drinks to put on there, like, you know, I'm sure you can just use your imagination that he's pouring something on there. And his feature, which makes sure there's no glass around, he has this little red button now on his shoulder, and when you press that, he flings his tray. So we'll just, there we go. So just a bit of wrist action there, which, I mean, the arm does move down as well, so it's kind of, you know, kind of without his tray in his hand, it does look a bit stupid, and he has like kind of got a little growth on his little finger. But I mean, I used to just think it looked like he was holding the glass or something. And you could like pour a drink into the glass and then fling it along the bar. So that's all of the bravestarr figures. Like I say, if there's anything in particular you really want us to go in great detail on, I mean, obviously the articulation's fairly, I've kind of showed off what they can do just by twiddling and fiddling on with them. I'll bring this monstrosity back out, obviously just for size. The other thing I didn't point out before was obviously he does have a belly button there, which you can store carry him in. That's it. So let's sit him down, bring these guys on, and go. Right. We'll just stick them all in. Have a party tonight. Is it worth me putting this hat on him? Oh, I have no idea. Right. So there you go. That's the bravestarr, the last one. And it's always the last one. There we go. It's always the bravestarr figures there. So that's all of them in the set. Hope you enjoyed it. Like I say, any requests, just give us a buzz, and I'll catch you later on. Ta-ra.